9 plus stuff. 9. So 16.
16. Yeah, that'll do it.
Hop over it. 9 up. Okay.
So now you're giving flanking to the big meat stick.
The meat stick.
Fair enough.
And yourself. And I'm going to boot them there.
Go right ahead. Boot him to the head.
It is an impressive carpenter dash. Now it includes jumping.
Yeah.
Yep.
Clearly.
It's a 12 this time. It's the highest I've got.
Yeah, those of you who are meeting this first time are not entirely certain as to what his profession is. It must be something to do with a circus.
It's really impressive. As soon as he hits something, it's going to be amazing.
It is going to be amazing. There'll be sparks flying, and there'll be a... Mike.
All right, so I will attack one of the ones that is currently flying. Flanking bonus is
2.
So that is 9.
9 will miss. All right, the little guys.
Thanks, son.
All right, 2 of them are still trying to hurt Ruth. 1 gets a 15.
Yes.
For a point. 14 to 15.
Both hits.
Both hits. 4 points.
Ouch. He's got the hit points to spare.
Yeah, that's true. All right.
Down to 9.
The old woman.
Still more than I started with.
The old woman finishes her spell, and fire starts to erupt from the ground, going after several of the little green guys, some of the bugs, and she's basically trying to keep it away from you guys. But fire has just come erupting out of the ground, as if like volcanic. Teal. There's no that are presently near you.
Down the run, please.
Oh, also when fire came erupting out of the old woman shouted in surprise like it wasn't exactly what she wanted.
Why am I not surprised?
Yeah, well.
Alright. I know I'm at a -4, I think it is, to shoot into melee.
It is.
But everyone else is... all the other little green things are occupied.
Yep.
So I will attempt to shoot one of the ones these guys are not immediately fighting, but I know they're still in base.
Yep. Okay. Arrow goes whizzing right by. Or bolt, actually. Lily, your turn.
Alright, I've gotten to a point where I am no longer next to a green thing. So, what I am going to do is I'm going to drop my bow, and I'm going to cast one of my cantrips, which is Summon Instrument, and I'm going to produce a lute from thin air.
Cool. A Stratocaster appears right in the... Rude. Your turn. You're flanking with him, whoever him is.
I'll inform the musician that he condenses a nice instrument. These things will evaporate our enemies. Now I'm trying to be ruthless. That is at 14.
14.
16.
16 will hit. Roll damage.
And the other half bar comes in at a 13, which is not.
No. However, you get to roll damage.
I get the damage die out. I get to get the damage.
You have successfully punched something.
Yay.
And I need to save.
Well, 8, it stops. Do you also want to save afterwards?
It's done, I tell you.
It failed its save, so it is immobile, unconscious, stunned, and unhappy all at the same time. Mike.
I will attack one of the other ones that is being flanked. This one... 22.
22 definitely hits. Roll damage.
Max damage, 16.
Lots of bits and pieces go everywhere. Still no blood, but that's okay. All right, I have one still on Rude. Missing. 1 on Mike. Oh, look, I got a nat 20 on Mike. Followed by a 2. So, Mike, you can take a point.
Yeah, I'm at half health.
The old woman starts to cast a spell, or she is attempting to cast a spell.
I think you can stop now.
Well, she is attempting to cast a spell. Those of you with spellcraft can make a roll.
Why not? Not so great. 17 this time.
17.
I'm gonna pass. I don't particularly care what she's casting at this moment.
You have no idea actually what she's casting.
Okay.
Teal, it is your turn. Most of the little green guys have either been dealt with or are presently dealing with bugs. There's only 2 that are engaging you guys directly.
I will attempt to shoot one of them.
Shooting one of them.
That is a threat of a crit. Total of, let's see, 19 plus 3 minus 4, 18.
Oh, that hits. And possible crit.
14 for the response.
Will not conclude.
4.
4 is enough, however. Whose did you shoot? Rude's or Mike's?
Rude.
Rude's. You heard a little. Actually, you don't hear anything because your ears are still ringing.
That's right. Plenty of things.
All right, Lily, there is one left that is directly offensive to you guys, and it's fighting Mike right now.
Okay. Well, because I've got the bow on the ground and the lute in my hand, I'm going to go ahead and start singing. And I'm going to sing Inspire Courage on everyone, including the bugs, if any are still around.
Yes, Rude is the only one who doesn't seem to be following the beat.
The bugs don't actually benefit because they don't understand my song, but I'm singing about how great we're going to be destroying these green little monsters.
Rude, there is one left.
Great flanking?
Yep.
No.
Lots of missing. Mike.
I will attack the remaining one.
I don't think I hit it like I didn't.
Oh, 19 plus 6.
Stop.
That'll definitely hit.
You are going into exile.
Max damage again.
All right. All right. The little guys are all dispensed with. The old woman casts a spell, and it begins to rain torrentially in the area all around you guys. It is using the fire. It is making all of you wet. Lily, it is probably dampening your song just a little bit. You went from bright sunshine to holy cow, where the hell did all this water come from?
And I'm singing I Miss the Rains down in Africa.
Basically. All right, combat is over at the moment.
I raise my axe and look at the elves and say, okay, who's next?
All right.
I don't know these guys.
That is true.
You think I'm frightening.
That is true.
I'm staying away from all these crazy people.
Fair enough. So you are all standing farther away from each other.
What?
After about 3 or 4 more rounds, your hearing will slowly start to kick.
Yeah, and I keep moving closer and yelling, what?
He's apparently deaf.
Okay.
Lily, do you continue to play when the battle is...
No, because actually, if I continue to play, I'll run out of it for the day. So as soon as it's clear that we've won, I stop playing.
Okay.
And after a minute, the loot will disappear.
Basically, the old woman is turning her attention to beetles and are dealing with. But the 4 of you are not presently engaged in any sort of combat. Unless you specifically want to take a couple, help her with the little green guys.
At this point, yes, I will probably sit there and start whipping shuriken into the thing.
Fair enough. Rude starts throwing shurikens at the little green guys.
I'm going to attempt to recover my 6 spent bolts.
Okay. I'll say you can get about 4 of them back.
Okay.
I'll go out and chase after the green guy.
And you go after green guys, and you help the old woman fence the last of the green guys.
I gotta rack up my kill count.
That is true. Lily, when you like I said, you see basically, one of the elves goes around, starts collecting bolts. The other two decide to continue the battle. And you stop singing. What were you doing?
Well, I can go try to collect one of my arrows, if possible. But mainly, I'm interested in this old woman. And I'm going to be sort of asking her, where are we? Why are we here? And what were those little green men?
Fair enough. All right. You go over and start to chat with the old woman, who seems somewhat focused on getting rid of the remaining little green men. But once the battle is over, she'll stop for a second, look at you, and she's not really responding. She seems to be like waiting for something to happen. But she doesn't really talk to you.
Okay. Has the rain stopped?
No, the rain is still pretty much going on, but it's a very localized spot right over where the geysers came up.
Okay.
So it's not that hard for you to just like take a couple of side steps and be like out of the torrential rain.
Yeah, I'm going to stand about 6 inches outside the rain circle while I continue to ask her to please answer my questions.
All right. What do the rest of you guys do? Once the little green guys are dealt with?
Like, wander over into the space of the woman, standing in the rain or not.
Okay. Again, she seems
to the point of no personal space.
She seems to be... She's not responding. She's clearly...
When do we leave? More importantly, did I win? I mean, I got the most kills. I think I won, right? Right? Yes. Yes. All right.
You definitely got more.
Okay. I definitely agree. That's right. I won.
Teal, what is it you wish to do with this scenario? These two seem to be having their measuring contest while they're chatting up the old woman.
She's measuring up. I'm just like, have a lure.
Let's see here. So you two are currently pissing contest.
No, just him.
No, I won.
Yeah.
I'm having a mission contest and I'm going to ignore you. You win, yeah, you won.
So the bard is there as well, trying to talk with her.
Yep.
Yeah, I am up in her face.
The unarmed elf, or the one who had the sheriff, is being very deliberate and in her face, belligerent. The bard seems to be a little bit more diplomatic.
I'm going to go kick green Play-Doh.
However, yes, the human seems to be playing with the bib.
Right. So far, living up to the stereotype.
Well,
I will approach the bard on the bard side of things because he seems to be the most reasonable.
fair enough. Well, after about 20 seconds, she starts looking at you guys going, why haven't you disappeared yet?
Because we're not fire elementals, if I remember the start of this conversation.
We're not summoned. We didn't come from the celestial plane or infernal planes, depending on your alignment.
My guess would be that you're simply not a very good spellcaster, lady.
I take great offense at that. I happen to be a wonderful spellcaster.
To which
everything that I do is precisely what I mean to do.
To which I wring out my wet hair and I stare at her angrily.
Perhaps I meant to summon you. That's exactly what I meant to do. I meant to summon you. That was exactly what was supposed to happen.
Can you put up back?
Well, normally from a summons, you tend to go back to your own plane on your own.
Yes, well, we're never left our plane, technically speaking. As I said, we're not celestial.
I know I don't care, but for France, the priest that probably wants to get paid. Do you have a hand you can lend him?
I don't have much in the way of money to offer your friend.
My friend, he likes hitting things. for volunteering.
No, please. I mean, after all, I'm waiting for the spell to wear off, and then you'll get sent back to your homes. I promise. But that's how summons are supposed to work.
Yeah, is there a trophy for winning?
I completely agree, ma'am. Can you answer me, what plane is this?
The Prime.
Yeah, that's where we're from. We're from the Prime plane.
Well, that could be difficult, I suppose. I suppose I'd be able to send you back to your homes if you want a map. Well, I may have something in my home if you wish to.
No, let's go.
Very well. She starts pointing in another direction. She's like, my home is just over the hill over there if you want to. That will do.
Is that where the trophy is? Give me a minute.
He wants a
I'll
trophy.
some broccoli. Something else. Make cannon move. Here. Stab it more when you feel angry.
So, yes, the little green men are actually really dense vegetation. So he literally is handing you like a big chunk of broccoli on a stick.
It's the trophy. I win. Broccoli. I shove one broken arrow mixed in, the other broken in half, so it's like legs, and just here. Just stab it when you want to. You guys don't have a cool trophy like that.
Well, that
no, I do not need or desire them. And that's why you lost. That's a change for one thing.
Uh-oh. So anyway, these two seem to be having a slight bickering. A trophy or not?
Yeah, that's right.
And yes, you kind of get the impression that this
It's not all there.
it's not all there, but clearly her level of spellcasting is well above yours.
So, where is here? And why were you playing with broccoli people?
Well, here is my home. This is the Ashen Forest of She. Does anyone have knowledge geography?
No, not actually learned.
Okay.
Would the she be you?
No, it's the name of the forest.
She doesn't point to you.
No, Lily, did you take knowledge geography?
I did not take any knowledges. However, as a bard, I have bardic knowledge and can use any knowledge untrained.
Give it a roll.
You said knowledge geography?
Yeah.
Okay, +1.
All sorts of bonuses for knowledge skills, but I have to actually.
Alrighty. Plus int. Give me a 4. Hey, wake up. There we go.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
Oh my god. Stupid program. Wow. I rolled a 19, which comes out to a 23.
All right. You have heard of the Ashen is well removed from your part. As far as you can tell, she basically summoned you like a few thousand miles.
Okay. Can you repeat the name of the area? Because the microphone cut out a bit.
You're a few thousand miles away from. It's basically like you went from the East Coast to the West Coast in one shot.
Yeah.
Go out into the world, they said. Get experience, they said.
Like you moved from Rochester to North Carolina.
It is called the Ashen Forest of She because if you look at the trees themselves, there is a slight color to the bark. It's not, kind of on the gray side. It is, according to some folklore, it is presumed haunted, presumed to be a fey forest, but nothing that you guys know specifically. In fact, as Lily starts to explain like where in the world you guys are, probably the closest one who got zapped here was probably Rude, and that's still about a couple 100 miles. So you all got whisked away from different parts of the country and the world, and you got brought here.
I will ask the guard, is there a mountain range between me and Oak Monastery?
Yes, there is.
It's always the way.
It is. But anyway, the little green men. Well, the little green men. I'm ashamed to say were actually my doing.
You were making plants grow bigger.
Well, there is a blight that has been affecting my forest, and I wanted to make hardy the plants so that they can fight off the blight. And my spell didn't exactly go precisely as planned.
You fight off from it. And your second solution was to burn everything and hide all evidence you tried. I like you.
Well, they were quite hostile to me. I mean, I had awakened forest creatures before and the occasional tree, but they were usually grateful for the process, not, well, angry. It might be a byproduct of this blight that we are facing.
How attuned to the forest are you?
Oh, very.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Are there any signs of the blight around us?
As far as you can tell, no.
Yes, there's an old lady sitting nearby.
You have knowledge nature?
I do.
If you anyone with knowledge nature, you can make a roll.
19.
My combat rolls continue.
Despite the unusual color of the bark, it doesn't look like any of the trees are sick. But it's just a little different from what you're accustomed to. Like I said, I'm envisioning more like birch trees.
Right, and I'm looking for...
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to try and keep an eye out for it, and if she doesn't actually point it out at some point, I'll ask her to show me an example.
Will do. She does. You did ask for a map, so if you want, she'd be able to walk you back. She has one in her home.
She says a short walk. I'm assuming it'll take 3 days.
No. Just over the hill. And
through the woods. Your grandmother?
I was. She slowly walks through the bushes. She makes no thought about it, but she's moving very nicely through thick brambles that you guys are getting caught on, and you sort of have to hack and slash your way through it.
I will attempt to escape her.
You can do your very best to do so.
No! I don't understand what to do.
Fair enough. It's almost like, the trunks and the thorns are just going out of their way to stick you. You couldn't be more miserable right now.
At some point, I will simply stop and purposely hug a bramble or blueberry bush.
So yes, right now, Rude is about as miserable an elf, as you've ever seen in your life. We're talking wet, pain, ears ringing, bramble sticking, the whole bit. And the human seems to be very proud of his broccoli on a stick.
Damn straight, I won.
And I'm still got that why me going on in my head.
I know why me.
All right.
That's why I was going to sing a song about me winning.
She escorts you to her little hovel, which is a small cabin surrounded by thick branches and overgrowth. You don't see much of a structure. It does seem to be mostly a big ball of vegetation as she sort of navigates her way over to a door and ushers you all in. Inside, it is pretty much what you'd expect, kind of a moldy smell. Not the cleanest place, but there are some furnishings that look somewhat comfortable. Some plush pillows, some chairs, a small fire set in the middle. She asks all of you to sit down around the fire. She will go and fetch your men. Would you like anything else?
Oh, yes.
Yes, but no. All right, and she starts to go off and into a small little side room, and you hear things being clattered as she's sort of like digging for stuff. What do the four of you do while she's sort of left you unsupervised?
So now what?
Well, I'm supposed to go to introductions. Pleasant to meet you. I'm rude.
Yes, you are.
I'm like,
I perceive myself as someone's in front of me.
I'm known as Teal.
Child in green and blue.
Yeah.
All right.
Phil, you wish to chime in?
Does Lily introduce herself?
Did Phil fall off with the computer?
We lost Phil.
No, the children are playing with the mic.
It could be. We'll let Phil get back when he gets back. All right. She comes back.
He's typing. Mic has stopped working.
Bummer that.
It is.
Do you still hear us?
Yes, you can hear us.
All right. Well, we'll work out as best we possibly can.
Not plotting against you.
No one is plotting against Phil.
Yeah.
Yet.